Ready, Dar? Okay. Bonjour, good morning. We're going to get started with the council meeting. I'd like to welcome you all. With that, we'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, please. Here.
Here.
Excused. We do not have our spiritual advisor here today, so for invocation, we'll have a moment of silence. Miigwech, thank you. I'm going to take this time to introduce to the tribal membership and to the staff here today our new executive director, Jenna Letty. Her first day was Monday, so this is her first council meeting. Randy Long is assisting her with this matter today because she's only had a couple days to get settled, so there's a lot to do. But we welcome Jenna. Okay, next we have approval of the agenda. Do we have any changes, additions, or deletions? What I'd like to first recommend, that's okay, Jenna, first recommend that we table or put it on the next meeting date for Shane Drift because he's on the agenda for discussion and possible resolution regarding wild rice. I don't believe that resolution is ready yet or it's been presented to legal. I will make sure that gets done this time. But Shane isn't here and I know that was an issue he wanted. So we'll put Shane on. Oh, I'm sorry. Tara?
Does this have anything to do with the DNR?
Yes, it does, and we're going to forward that to you.
I'd appreciate that ahead of time before
Yep.
RTC meetings, because I have no clue what this is about.
Yeah, and it was presented by the, at the MCT meetings by the White Earth Tribe. And so it's not really a resolution, it's like the rights of Monoman. And so we're going to bring that back to the DNR and to legal for your input.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tara. Okay, so we'll remove Shane off for the next meeting with that, and so Tara can get some input on what that is. Next.
We have 3 additions.
Okay.
The first resolution is for a certificate of title for William Day.
Under Andy?
Under Andy Datko. The second is a resolution for request to use the Bois Forte logo under Andy Datko. And the third is a resolution to appoint the boys, to appoint the board chair for the Boys and Girls Club, and that would be Jenna Letty.
Okay, so we're going to put that under Jenna?
Yes.
Okay. Any other additions or deletions?
That's it.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda with those additions and deletions?
Move.
Moved by Travis. Is there a second? Seconded by Dave. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Silent? Motion carried. Approval of minutes from the regular meeting held April 3rd at Nett Lake.
Move.
Move to approve by Chief. Is there a second? Seconded by Dave. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Silent? Motion carried. Well, I introduced our new staff before we even got to the introduction of new staff. Any other new staff? I don't believe, so we'll move on with the consent agenda. On the consent agenda, we have approved donations, $250 towards the Little Earth Community Mother's Day Powwow, $500 towards Adriana Leecy-Northern Dream Gymnastics meet in San Diego being held in May, a match fundraising in progress and already done, $250 American Indian Cancer Foundation 8th Annual Powwow for Hope, Denied donations were United National Indian Tribal Youth, or Unity 2019 National Conference. And second denied donation was the 9th Annual All Tribes in Recovery Gathering, Sycuan Indian Reservation, being held in July. My apologies if that's not said right. Approved request from Randy Long to sole source the bid from Perpich TV to purchase new cameras for the Vermilion Health Clinic. Approve the request from Randy Long to sole source from North East Service Coop in the amount of $5,477.60 to bring fiber to the Public Works and Transits programs. Adopted Resolution 73-2019, attests to Ruth Porter's competence in Anishinaabe history, culture, and language, and supports the issuance of a license to her by the Minnesota Board of Teaching. Approve the request from E. Kurt Goodsky to purchase a trailer for the curbside waste management program in the amount of $10,500. Adopted Resolution Number 74, 2019, commitment of financial support for Northern Eagle Federal Credit Union, $150,000 for fiscal year 2020 and $150,000 for fiscal year 2021. Approve the request from Louise Isham to sole source from Fortune Bay the 2019 State of the Band event being held on April 25th, 2019, not to exceed $16,000. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move.
Moved by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Chief. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Silent? Motion carried. Next, we have Andy Datko. Morning, Andy.
Going into it that because it was an older generator, there might be some issues. Which particularly in this climate, you really need.
Yeah.
And that oil heater has failed, it doesn't work.
Okay, on our, it says change order was 11,600. That's incorrect? On our paperwork?
Yeah, it's 10,000. It should be on.
Oh. The one I have says $11,600.
Yeah, we got the same one.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve? And there is funding for this through the health. Okay. A motion to approve the change order for Nelson Colley Electric in the amount of $10,220.79 for the Nett Lake Clinic generator. Moved by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Chief. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion. Go ahead, Dave.
Andy, how soon will it, after all this work is done, how soon will it be online then, right away? Or?
There's going to be a time, I'll notify him today. Parts. Could be sooner.
Okay.
This is for if the power goes out. We've never had a generator at the clinic, and there's immunizations and medications and stuff that need to be refrigerated. So in the event we have a emergency situation with no power, we always end up bringing those down to our building, transporting back and forth. So this will allow the clinic to be in operation then.
In the past, they've had to actually close.
Yeah.
This way the clinic will be able to stay out.
Good. Okay. Next, Andy?
Next item
Mm.
is the courthouse project. And we have money in the budget to purchase a metal detector
Mm-hmm.
that they can use at their discretion.
Mm-hmm.
The courthouse. And portable unit, put away when it's not being used. This rolling suitcase
Oh,
folds back up, so it can actually,
okay.
so if there were events here or
Okay.
various places, it actually can operate off the battery pack. At their courthouse, manufacturer that they had used.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few detectors. This is a. There are many.
Mm.
This particular. Included within that amount.
Okay.
So is approval of metal detector one. International.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the purchase of a metal detector for security equipment for the tribal courthouse in the amount of $4,026.88 from Protective Technologies International?
Move.
Moved by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Chief. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Silent? Oh, go ahead.
Well, Andy, will be law enforcement will be the ones to have, when people walk through it, will law enforcement be on site to enforce?
Yes.
Okay.
Andy?
And they will provide, and I talked to the vendor about it, they said it's a really pretty simple system to operate. They'll provide. Oh, I'm sorry. They'll provide training materials and a training video.
Okay.
And if there's any questions about it, they can provide further information, but they're very simple to use.
Okay.
We also, when looking at the court project, we did go to the Leech Lake Tribal Court. And it seems like every tribal court has a metal detector. So for safety purposes, I think it's much needed, and it was built into the project. So
Yes.
it's nice that we got a portable one if the need ever arose where we needed it elsewhere. So that's great.
Okay, good, thank you. The next two items were items through our realty program for Barb Brodeen, who is out ill today. So I'm presenting these on her behalf.
Okay.
The first one is a certificate, an amendment to the certificate of title for William Day. And the background on this is that back in 2001, the Tribal Council executed a certificate of title for Mr. Day's home, which he had acquired through the Homes 2000 program. We need to do an amendment to that certificate of title to include the address of that unit. Apparently, there's been some issues with Mr. Day being able to access certain housing and energy assistance programs simply because his title didn't show the address.
Okay.
So there is a resolution, and the resolution says that the Bois Forte Reservation Tribal Council hereby authorizes the Bois Forte Chairwoman and Secretary Treasurer to execute an amendment to the certificate of title dated June 11th, 2011, so that the description includes the address of the home, 13019 Ridge Road, Nett Lake, Minnesota, 55772.
Okay. And that date is June 11th, 2001. You said 11. I'm just
I'm
going to
sorry,
correct
yeah,
you there. That's
2001.
okay. Pretty cut and dried there. Do we have a motion to approve the amended certificate of title for William Day?
Move.
Moved by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Chief. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Silent? Motion carried.
Thank you. The next item is a request for the use of the Bois Forte logo, and this has to do with the Cobell land buyback program that we are participating in with the BIA. And as you know, that program is ramping up right now, and the Bureau and the Office of Special Trustee are working very closely with Barb. And part of that is they're putting together informational materials. And in fact, they're going to be at the State of the Band with a booth and whatnot, but they want to use our logo on those informational materials. And I believe this may have actually been approved previously verbally, but the Bureau are real sticklers for procedures, so they wanted it in writing in the form of a resolution.
Okay.
So the resolution simply states that the Bois Forte Reservation Tribal Council hereby grants to the agencies of the Department of the Interior involved in the land buyback program a non-exclusive license to use the logo on promotional advertising and publicity materials associated with the program, and be it further and finally resolved that the consideration for this license is the cooperative relationship between the band and the agencies in the program, and this authorization and license shall be in effect for the duration of the program.
Okay, thank you. Just for the audience's information, the Bois Forte Band is a sole and exclusive owner of the logo, and we've been issued a federal trademark to evidence its ownership. So if anybody wants to use the logo, they do have to request permission from the tribe to utilize it if it's outside the government.
Yep.
And that's what's happening here because they want to
Yes.
use it for the land buyback program. Any other questions or comments? If not, I'll call for a motion to approve the resolution for the Department of Interior involved in the land buyback program, non-exclusive license to use the logo for their promotional advertising and publicity materials associated with the program. Moved by David. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Chief. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Silent? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Andy. Next, we have Chaz Wagner with a request to sole source the contractor agreement with Wayne Valier for Birch Bark Canoe Building Workshops.
Good morning, Chaz.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm requesting a sole source for canoe builder.
Do you want to, here, I'll read your request, Chaz. He's asking for approval to bring Wayne, is it
Valerie.
Valerie, as a sole source project coordinator to help us in building a birch bark canoe. He's an enrolled member of the Lac de Flambeau Ojibwe, speaker of the Ojibwe language, school teacher, and a master canoe builder. The canoe, of course, we know the birch bark canoe is central to Anishinaabe culture, aiding in hunting, fishing, trapping, gathering medicines, harvesting wild rice, traveling to seasonal grounds, and during times of war. At one time, all Anishinaabe knew how to construct these watercrafts. KBFT will make this a community project by inviting local schools, reservation communities, and news outlets to be a part of this 10-week event. And of course, you would like to bring this valuable knowledge back to the Bois Forte community.
Definitely.
And this is in your grant, correct?
Yeah, we created a work plan for this year to do the canoe building. So, yeah, it took a little while to find somebody to do it. Just that it's such a hard resource to find nowadays.
Oh yeah, it's not easy to find. It's not like you can go
And
get
this-
3 bids and whatever for this. And I see that it is, you have an independent contractor agreement, and it would be for an amount not to exceed $15,000.
Yes.
And it sounds like it would start this spring.
Yeah, during the immersion camp
Oh,
coming up,
nice. Good. And the immersion camp is when?
the 26th, or April 26th through the 28th.
Okay, good. Trying to get some PR out there. Okay, any other questions for Chaz?
Then, just to let people know that the birch bark canoe will belong to KBFT, right?
Yep, KBFT and the tribe, excuse me, and the tribe.
Okay, where were you planning? Were you gonna display it somewhere, or?
Yeah, I'd like to display it somewhere in Nett Lake here, either up at the station or the school, or even down here. Wherever we decide to put it, where it would best be displayed, because it'll be decorative and it'll be functionable. So I think it'll be good to have on this side of the reservation, because Lake Vermilion already has one over there at the Heritage Museum. So
Yeah,
Could we get a picture of all the people that
yeah.
assisted in making it, and then
Yeah.
when it's completed,
yeah,
get a group picture together, so we have an idea who, for future, to let people know who participated.
yeah. Well, it's great because the radio station's gonna document everything. We're gonna have audio, interviews, we're gonna have video, so
Nice.
and that'll all be documented. So
Good.
Nice.
Could I rent it this fall for racing?
I will have to talk to my boss.
After it's built, are you gonna try to put it in the water and take it for a ride?
Yep, definitely.
And then let people ride in it too, or whatever?
Yeah.
Because I know a few years ago, Henry Goodsky and
Yeah,
a number of people built one, and they took it for a ride, and they were there letting people sit in it and ride in it out on Girls Landing here. So that
Yeah.
was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna get it out in the water and make sure that it's functionable, and that it works. So
that's great, Chaz, great. That's wonderful, especially for the kids to see that. I think it's a great opportunity for the cultural part of it to be brought forward, so good job.
definitely, and there will be many teachings going along with the construction of the project too.
I just want to say that I know that we've received a lot of great compliments on the immersion camps that we've had, and I know that you're a big part of it, and I want to say Miigwetchin, and great job, because
You guys are doing a great job up there.
yeah, they've really been successful, and you've really done a great job, so keep it up.
Chaz, is there, excuse me, is there a program that you guys are working on, maybe? I know that when we have the powwows up here, I noticed that, you know, there's a lot of young girls that are dancing and learning how to jingle dress dance, but I don't see a lot of young boys that are trying to learn how to dance. So is that something maybe that we could look at working on, about learning, teaching, and letting the boys learn how to make their own dance outfits, and to get them interested in learning the dance? So, because I know you and Frank Bilburn and I'm trying to think of Dorothea's son's name. Yeah, no, not Tom. The older one.
Oh,
Ben.
Ben Spears. I know you three guys, you know, started dancing in the last few years and really become good at it, and so, you know, we need teachers like you guys to help teach the young boys that are in high school or in grade school even, and teach them the art of dancing. So is that something that we could look at doing maybe down the road or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I can try to do more of. I think we're already trying our hardest, being that we do a lot of school functions here in Nett Lake. We do them in Cook and throughout the area, and I've been working with the Boys and Girls Club, just holding like drum practices up there with the young kids there, the young boys, and in hopes to try to get them to go more towards being cultural. So there's attempts there being made, but that's something I can focus more on.
Yeah, 'cause like I said, I just see that there's not a lot of boys and young boys that are dancing anymore, like it used to be a long time ago. And like I said, you know, I've seen a lot of the girls and young ladies that are out there dancing from Nett Lake here, but again.
Yeah, and who knows, it could be just something from that they're, you know, at home, you know, maybe that's something that we can encourage parents to do. Because I remember when I was growing up, like, my parents made me regalia and to try to get me to dance, and that's kind of what got me to dance was, you know, I had regalia, so I guess I got to go out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's being done in the homes anymore like it used to be. But I'll definitely make, you know, put in 100%.
Just asking, so.
Okay. I'll definitely make an effort towards that way. Thanks for pointing that out.
I'll move on the request.
Okay. Motion to approve made by Dave to request a sole source contractor agreement with Wayne Valerie for Birch Bark Canoe Building.
I'll second.
Seconded by Travis. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Silent? Motion carried. Good job, Chaz.
Miigwech, guys.
Chaz.
Miigwech.
Thank you.
Next, we have George Strong with a contract for lease of billboard with Red Sunset Land Development, LLC, for KBFT.
Good morning.
Good morning, George.
You got an agreement there for a billboard. It's a better billboard than the one we placed before. It'll be as you're coming north out of Cook, so it's kind of right in our listening area. That'll focus along that 53 corridor. And the purpose of this and any billboard is just to, like you said, create some awareness.
Yep.
And so that's pretty much what we want to do, is hopefully inspire some people to tune to us on 53. And in the past, we've had plenty of comments about our programming and people picking it up along the highway there. They were surprised that it was there, and then they became a fan and they listen online after that
Nice.
point. So it's something that I think if we can capture their attention, it'll pay off for us.
Oh, yeah. George, on your agreement, is there a typo error on the date? It's on the term of the lease. It says 5/1/19 to 5/1/19.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Should that be 5/1/20?
Yeah, it should be 20. I've got the corrected one.
Oh.
I think you guys are looking at the one before Mark
Yep.
made changes.
Oh,
And
okay,
he was concerned about an open-ended liability language that was in there, and so we corrected that.
okay, so you have the
Yep,
one that was
Yep,
reviewed by
and
Mark.
this is from Mark, so.
Okay,
And it's got the right dates.
okay. And you've got money in your budget to cover the advertising.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
1,500.
Good. Do we have a motion to approve the contract for lease of billboard with Red Sunset Land Development for KBFT?
Move.
Moved by Travis, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Chief, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Thanks, guys.
Great,
Thank you,
great job,
George.
George. Okay, next we have Jenna.
All right, so we are first discussing the resolution of support for Grand Portage Band for the Moose collaboration efforts.
Tara, I believe we've been participating in this for quite some time with them? Yes. Okay. It's a Moose collaboration effort with, it's a resolution and information on the Moose collaboration with Narrative. And it's for funding that they apply for to receive funds to do moose population management on tribal lands. Do we have a motion to approve the resolution from Bois Forte for Grand Portage, resolution of support? Moved by David, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Trav, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, silent, motion carried.
All right, and then the last thing is the resolution to appoint myself as board chair for the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Okay. With regards to the Native American Boys and Girls Clubs, there's certain positions that need to be appointed in order for us to access the funding for the clubs. And so Corey Strong, the former executive director, was appointed as the board chair. So the council needs to appoint our new executive director, Jenna Letty, as the board chair for the Native American Boys and Girls Club. Do we have a motion to approve that appointment? Moved by David, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Chief, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Do no other business? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
Moved by Travis, is there a second? Seconded by Dave, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Thank you.